Then Jimmy Corrigan, The Smartest Boy on Earth. It's this epic tome by Chris Ware, and it was another book that I read for this graphic novel book club at the library, and there were parts of it I liked, and there was a lot of it that I just sort of had a difficult time making it through. It's a lot of it is similar to Kafka, and it's about sort of angst and immobility and the inability to be sort of a normal, functional human. Jimmy Corrigan is this kid who grows into a man, and there's just all these weird kind of time juxtapositions that are happening where you have one story with him trying to reconnect with his estranged father, and then you have another story that appears to be him when he's a kid, but it's not very clear, and then you have a story about his grandfather that takes place at the turn of the 20th century that I found very interesting, because that character is pretty compelling and interesting, even though he also has a difficult time socializing. So it's not for the tame. It's not for the weak of heart. It's a long, long book, and a lot of it's very, very nicely done panels. I think he was a printmaker or a graphic designer or a typographer, and you can really tell that because it's very clean designs for the panels, and just how everything is these nice, clean edges. So visually it's pretty impressive, but story-wise it is difficult, and I think it was based on his relationship with his estranged father, but he claims to not have much else in common with the protagonist, Jimmy Corrigan. I don't know about that. Maybe. But then I read Any Easy Intimacy by Jeffrey Brown. Jeffrey Brown is this sort of well-known name in indie comics / zines. He writes these kind of painfully honest autobiographical stories about himself and his relationship with women particularly, but just, friends generally. And this is another one where it's this relationship with this girl, and that starts out really nice, and then it starts to sour and just sort of falls apart. And I haven't read a lot of his stuff, but it seems like most of his graphic novels are about him trying to be in a relationship and failing. And they're interesting, but a little maybe too self-indulgent. So he's worth looking at least a little bit, and they're really easy reads. You can get through those pretty quickly. I think that was originally published as a zine. So, zine graphic novel, hard to say. I think that might have been a zine that was eventually collected in a graphic novel, but people who are more familiar with that and with how zines versus graphic novels works might be able to illuminate that.